So we need these two things, pure intention and the action must be correct. It is only when these two things come together, the deed is considered to be a good deed. If my intention is pure, but my action is not correct, it's not done according to Islam, it's not done according to the Sunnah, Allah will not accept it. If the action is correct and done according to the Sunnah and the Sharia, but I do it to show off, I do it to impress people, then the action is not accepted. It has to be both sincere and correct. And there is one other thing, very important. The deed has to be done with Iman, true faith. True faith is the basis of everything in Islam. If our belief concerning Allah is not correct, if our faith is not correct, if we are worshipping something or someone along with Allah, then our deeds will be useless, our deeds will be futile, our deeds will be vain. My dear brothers and sisters, let us think about something. Let us think deeply about Allah. Let us think deeply about some of the attributes of Allah. Let us think deeply about the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You see, there is a saying of the Prophet Muhammad, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him. And I have to say, this is one of my favorite sayings of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, in respect to helping us understand something about Allah. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that our universe is like a ring in the desert compared to the kursi. The kursi means the chair or the pedestal. And the kursi is like a ring in the desert compared to the arsh. And the arsh is the greatest created thing. It is the throne of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I would like us to think about this. Think about it. A ring in the desert. Imagine the desert. Try and imagine the desert. How vast the desert is. How huge the desert is. How small a ring is compared to the desert. But for us, the universe is massive. The universe is massive. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, we live in a galaxy called the Milky Way. The Milky Way is 100,000 light years across. If you lived for 100,000 years and you traveled non-stop at the speed of light, which is something like 8,000 kilometers per second. So imagine you're traveling at 8,000 kmph, kilometers per second, or is it miles per second? For 100,000 years, that's how long it would take to cross our galaxy. And our galaxy is one of millions in the known universe. And we are just specks. We human beings are small little specks. They fly out. Many of us may have been on an airplane. If you've been on an airplane and you look out of the window, you can't even see the people. That's how small we are, specks. And when you fly the spaceship out into space, our Earth becomes a speck. And our whole solar system, the sun, the earth, the planets, is a small dot on the outer spiral of our galaxy, the Milky Way. And our galaxy is a speck in the universe. And the universe is like a ring in the desert compared to the kursi. How about Allah? How great is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How great is the Lord of all the creation. Allahu Akbar. That's what we say, Allahu Akbar. Yes, Allah is greater. Allah is greater than whatever you can imagine. Now let me ask you a question. If I said to you, oi, Speck, you in the front row, Speck over there, sitting there, Speck, come, Speck. I want to talk to you, Speck. You know what, Speck? A small little thing. Would you like it if I called you Speck? Small thing, little thing. Would you like that? Yes or no? Does anyone like to be talked to like that? No, you don't, do you? But it's not a lie. If I called you a speck, I would not be lying. I would be saying the truth. But you still don't like it. How about somebody who therefore says that Allah, the Lord of the heavens and the earth, is like a speck? Those people who say Allah is a man, those people who say Allah is like something in this universe, they are saying that Allah is like some small little thing. And Allah, He is not like that. What an insult to Allah. What an abuse to the Lord of the heavens and the earth. And He fed them, and He clothed them, and He gave them air to breathe, and He gave them families and homes, and Allah cared for them and sent them guidance. And they disbelieve in Him, and they insult Him. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. What ingratitude, what insults people throw at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They will never accept it from themselves, but then they attribute this to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Subhanallah, what is this? Do not the people use their minds? Do not the people think? You know, let me ask you to think about something else. Every one of us, I am sure, we walk along the ground happily. Today, how many yards did you walk? I wonder, did you count how many ants you crushed under your feet? How many beetles you crushed under your feet? How many little insects you killed? How many things you are responsible for when you drove your motorbike or your car? How many things you killed? You don't even think about it. You don't think about the destruction you wreath upon things every single day of your life. It doesn't even cross your mind. Subhanallah. Yet if we hear Allah is going to punish you or me in the hellfire, we say, me? Allah punish me? Me? Who are you? Who are we? Who are you people? You're just specks. Allah will do with you whatever He likes to do with you. You, subhanallah, you yourself, you crush life under your feet, but yet you think Allah has no right to punish you? You think Allah cannot do what He likes with you? Allah can do whatever He likes with you. Who do you think you are? What do you think you are? Are you so arrogant? You are so proud? You just came from a small drop of sperm. A thing, you get it on you like that. That's where we came from, you microscopic. And then you came out of your mother. You couldn't even walk on your own. You couldn't even feed yourself. You needed your mother to do that for you. That's where we came from, people. And now we are arrogant. Hellfire, me. Who are we? We are nothing before Allah. Yet, the difference between Allah and us is so vast. We cannot compare. Laysa kamithlihi shay. There is nothing that can be likened unto Allah. You see, Allah, unlike us, we walk careless of what is under our feet. But Allah does care. Allah does care about you. Allah does care about us. Allah feeds us. Allah gives us clothes. Allah gives us drink. Allah is merciful to us, and Allah sends guidance to us. You see, Allah gives us a choice. He gave us the free will. He gave us the choice. Obey me or disobey me. Follow my guidance or don't follow my guidance.